Alright, so finally the DSS is in phase 2, and the new model looks amazing. I was able to do a Super Earth sanctioned spacewalk over towards it. But in breaking news, the community and the Helldivers just completed a defense mission over on Akkord III by literally 7 minutes. It was a close one. So we'll be recapping how this defense came together, because at the start of this defense, we were actually failing by quite a lot. And then we have some official comments on some very requested features in Helldivers coming soon. And we have a few more updates on the blurry patch notes with the exact buffs to the jump pack, as well as some stability fixes to server lag. And then I've even got a highly underrated stratagem for you guys to use during this bug major order, so make sure to use this stratagem during this major order. We've got plenty to dive into today, so be sure to like this video to help spread my content to the other Helldivers, and subscribe to the channel if you want more. All right, so first things first, we have a massive major order which had a full week of time to complete, which was liberate these 5 bug planets and hold them. Now, yesterday when this major order started, most players were on Pandion, which we finally liberated today. But a defense mission cropped up on Akkord III. And Akkord is not one of the planets that's relevant to this major order, so why did we need to do this defense? Well, it's connected to Turing, which is where the Xenoentomology Center is located, and we wanted to eliminate the possibility of a defense cropping up on this planet. Now, myself and fellow YouTuber Erevan actually both posted updates in our YouTube community sections, redirecting the troops to Akkord. And to my surprise, when I woke up today, we literally defended this planet with only 7 minutes remaining. The Helldivers came through and saved the planet from the disgusting bugs, so good job to everybody on that one. And by the way, if you see any of our community posts crop up in your YouTube feed, be sure to like it, because that way YouTube will recommend those battle plans to you guys again, and then you can know which planet to dive on. It's really the only way we can direct our forces. It's just by spreading the word of which planets we're going to be focusing on. Now, with that being said, the current status of the major order, we have a new defense mission over on Garharin, where a ton of Helldivers are being redirected to, but this one is also failing. And the thing about Garharin is it's not a planet that's really super important right now. I am actually going to be ignoring this one as well, and I'm going to be going over to Darius, where the bulk of the forces are, because Darius needs more Helldivers on it. It says there's still a week remaining, so we need more forces over on Darius so that we can liberate this one before the week's up. Garharin just is not on the menu. All right, so now on to a few comments from the Helldivers CEO, Shams Georgiani, confirming that both of these features are coming to Helldivers sooner rather than later. This first comment over on Twitter is from Curtis Ostrom, saying he would really love some late game uses for requisition. Single-use super stratagems that cost money would be really fun. Maybe a pod you can call down to change your loadout during a mission, or just some weapon upgrades or cosmetics that cost requisition. And Shams responded to this, confirming that these things are coming, saying, "You and me both, brother," smiley face, being worked on. So whatever sort of late game progression they are working on, whether it's weapon customization, single-use super stratagem like the Shredder missile from Helldivers 1, or even just some more customizable cosmetics, it is in the works and may be coming to Helldivers sooner rather than later. And then there was another comment on Twitter from Mr. Badger asking Shams and Piles if we can expect a tractor cycle within the game. And everybody wants vehicles. If you remember early on in Helldivers, hackers were actually spawning these vehicles in game, and players actually thought that these were developers spawning these for players. But it wasn't devs at all. It turned out to be hackers spawning them because they were in the game files, kind of as scrapped content or unfinished content. And Shams also responded to this tweet by saying, "Any day now." And this one is actually very surprising to me, because I also thought vehicles weren't really close to being ready yet. I'm playing a 7-month-old leak of a vehicle being spawned in, because they actually removed these from the game files in previous patches to stop the hackers from spawning them in. But Shams is surprisingly making it sound like that they are closer to being ready than not. And if you're like me, then you want these vehicles just to boost through the maps and collect samples so that you can pump up your samples collected stat. Because I have everything unlocked, I just want to get my stats up higher, you know? All right, so next for today, we have an update on the blurry patch notes. Yesterday's video, I squinted as hard as I could and used ChatGPT, and I thought that this top note here was for the ballistic shield pack, given that I could definitely make out the first word was longer and I could tell that the last word was pack. But this comment right here underneath the video says, on the blurry patch notes, the one you think says ballistic shield pack, I'm certain is the lift 850 jump pack, which we know is getting buffed this patch. And he is right. I did some more experimenting with ChatGPT. We plugged this one in and it spit out some nonsense. It says the 1.4.7 anime pack gets its calibration reduced from 2% to 1% ABS, and this is absolute nonsense. However, it seems like ChatGPT was able to get the last line correct, which says has a slightly higher jump and more forward momentum. And that last line being correct seems to make sense, because now if we replace the anime pack with the lift 850 jump pack, and that first line, which also seems like nonsense, we can replace it with, instead of calibration, maybe it says cooldown. And instead of 2% to 1%, maybe it says 20 down to 10. Now, don't get me wrong, this is definitely a stretch, but being able to use ChatGPT to give us context clues rather than taking it at face value, I think a lot of you down in the comments can agree with me that this would make sense. Also, because the jump pack's current cooldown is 20 seconds, so maybe it read that 20 as 2%. And just let me know what you think about these jetpack buffs in the comments down below. Obviously, this is a stretch, but at the same time, I do think it makes sense. And we have another page here. We managed to transcribe using ChatGPT yet again during the stream yesterday, and this one has server fixes on it. And you could read all of these if you like. However, there is a really notable one here that says, addressed an issue causing input lag when a server was under heavy load. And this is something I have 100% been noticing this last patch. Actually, one of the viewers, Jin, sent me this funny clip when he was in one of my games, and he caught me complaining about the input lag while streaming, and also a factory strider flying across the map, so check it out.
No! Don't leave me here!
Chat, do any of your controls ever feel clunky? Like you go to throw a stratagem and it won't throw instantly? Or you click dive and it just doesn't dive?
That fire tornado just take out a gunship?
So hopefully that input lag gets fixed, but now it's time to talk about a highly underrated stratagem over on the bug side. And many Helldivers, myself included, have already been enjoying this stratagem over on the bot side because it takes out bot fabricator. But the Eagle strafing run is actually putting in some work on the bug front. You get 5 uses of it. It has anti-tank armor capabilities, and it goes in a straight line directly ahead of you. It's not really a danger to yourself or your fellow Helldiver. Now, I was using this yesterday on the bug front because I actually downloaded an AC-130 sound mod for it, which makes it sound amazing, by the way. But I've noticed it can actually take out Bile Titans pretty consistently in about 2 uses if you hit them directly in the head, or if someone else happened to deal damage to them, like I was using impact grenades, or even a shot or 2 from a railgun, or a few shots from an autocannon. It's very consistent and nice to use, so check out these clips. Oh! What the? Oh, fuck. No! Not like this. This is OP. Bile Titan, impacts.
Oh, I thought we were strafing it.
Yeah, same.
Yo, that was wild.
Crisscross. Okay.
Right at that mark, everyone right at that mark.
All right.
3. Oh, wait, at the Bile Titan. 3,
Right.
2, 1, throw!
Now response with all standard weapons, lol.
Yo, the sound mod broke. All right, so go ahead and definitely try out the Eagle strafing run and let me know if you like it. Also, the mod pack to give it that ultimate burr noise that you guys were hearing, they need to add that into the game immediately because that makes it way more fun to use. So to the developers, if you're watching this, give us some much needed sound updates on the Eagle strafing run because it hits so much differently when it has that mod pack. It is time for the top comments from yesterday's video. If you'd like to be featured in this section, make sure to leave a really good comment down below that other Helldivers will like, and you could be featured here. So the first comment is from Funkloaned. Decoding blurry patch notes is the new meta. And yes, it is the new meta, and it's really fun to do as well, especially on stream. It makes for really entertaining content. But also, I hope they keep including blurry patch notes in the future because, you know, obviously I want entertaining content so that I can get views, but it is also just entertaining. Like, can we be honest about that? And it's really cool to include sneak peeks that they are sort of teasing on accident, you know, quotation marks. I really do hope we keep continuing to get blurry patch notes, and I really hope that Pilestedt and Nicholas can see how we have so much fun doing this, so go ahead and keep on revealing those back pages. Our second top comment is from Link, and he says, kinda surprised that they were actually following up on being so close to doing 2 patches in the 60-day plan. Very happy that the devs listened, and I have hope for the future for this game for years to come. What I'll say is I really hope that they keep up this trend because it is plainly seen in the player counts that players are much happier with this version of the patch than they were during the escalation of nerfs. And obviously, buffs are great, good balance changes are amazing, but we really need some new content to really see the player counts flourish, especially the Illuminate, that's what everybody wants, or if we could get those vehicles in-game, because that really mixes up the game and creates dynamic games that people will replay. Also, the DSS space station, it's really cool to look on the galactic map and just see the different outposts for the space station. Like on Turing, we have the Xeno Entomology Center. On Carol, we have the Deep Mantle Forge Complex. The space station itself is on Gallivere, and Tarsh has the DSS Logistics Hub. And the final thing I'll say on this comment is that I think that Arrowhead honestly has a lesson to teach many other games who do changes in their games that the community hates, and they just never change it back or respond to the community. I have played plenty of other games where there are bad patches done and the devs never go back on them, and it really sucks. So I do agree that I'm very happy they listened, and I hope that they can teach this lesson to other games. Finally, we have a comment from Blood Moon where he says, variations in rounds seem like something the grenade launcher can use. It would be nice to have incendiary, gas, and smoke rounds. And I agree, the other round types for the autocannon and the recoilless sound really cool, but I'm curious to see what else they apply this to. And by the way, one grenade you left out for the grenade launcher was a thermite grenade launcher. Could you imagine an anti-tank grenade launcher just lobbing thermite 100 meters away? That would be so cool, and the different ammo types really could open up a lot of different options for different weapons in the game. So hopefully Shams was right with that comment earlier, and they are working on some endgame progression and that weapon customization. I really hope to see it by Liberty Day, but if not, I really hope it comes to Helldivers within the following month. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think about the blurry patch notes, if you guys are gonna try out the Eagle strafing run on bugs this week, and let me know your results if you do end up trying it out. Tell me what you liked about it, or tell me what you didn't like about it. And I would really recommend trying combinations, like maybe blast a Bile Titan in the head once or twice with a railgun, and then finish it off with the Eagle strafing run, or a few shots from an autocannon. And it's also pretty good for nursing spewer maps. But anyways, that's gonna be it from me. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.